Hey there, Sparkrock community. We're back with another release for Sparkrock Ed HRP version 5.2.2628. Now, before we get into the main demo of one of the features of this release, I did want to mention a few updates amongst the various fixes. First, hour-based deductions. In a previous release, we introduced the ability to calculate a deduction amount by multiplying the hours worked by a configured deduction rate. This could be used for scenarios like union levies and other deductions that are based on hours worked instead of gross pay or flat amount. As a trial, it was initially introduced for Manitoba boards only, but now it's available to any Canadian province. Second, GL account fields across Ed HRP now support up to 50 characters, bringing Ed HRP in line with Sparkrock Finance. Your existing shorter GL codes continue to work exactly as they do today, but now longer codes are supported. You can find more details on both of these in the release notes, and with all that out of the way, in this video we'll walk through a new bulk import for non-statutory deduction overrides. So let's get started. Applying deduction overrides to a lot of employees at once has always been time-consuming because you needed to manually update records one at a time. Well, with this release, you can import deduction overrides for many employees in a single step, right from the non-statutory deductions page. So to get started, navigate to the Payroll tab, then Employee, then Non-Statutory Deductions. There's a new Input button. Select it and it will open an import window. And from here, you'll choose the CSV file with your override data, and the import profile is already selected for you. However, to see the fields needed for the CSV, you can navigate to System, then Settings, then Import Profile Maintenance. You'll see the new Deduction Override profile, and when you open it up, it will show you the 7 columns needed for the CSV. So here's an example of that CSV file in Excel. Back on the non-statutory deductions page, you'll then pick how you want existing records handled. The first option is Override Existing Records Only. That applies your override values to employees who already have an active deduction record. If a record is missing or closed, that row is skipped and reported. This is the default. Create Records and Apply Overrides does the same thing, but also creates a new deduction record for any employee who doesn't have one yet. Rows are still skipped if the existing record is closed, though. Next, choose your mode. Trial runs all the validation and produces reports, but doesn't change any data. This is the default, and it's a great way to check your file before committing. Update applies the changes to the database for every employee who passes validation. When you submit, the import runs in the background so you're not stuck waiting on the screen. Once it finishes, you get 2 PDF reports. First, the import report lists every row that was processed, including any warnings. The error report lists any rows that were skipped, along with the reason, so you know exactly what to fix. So our recommendation is start with the trial run, review the reports, and when you're happy, switch to update once everything looks right. And that's a wrap on Sparkrock Ed HRP version 5.2.2628. This release extends hour-based deductions to boards in every province. It increases GL account code length to 50 characters, matching Sparkrock Finance, and gives payroll teams a fast, auditable way to import deduction overrides in bulk with a trial mode and PDF reports to check the work before anything is committed. So be sure to review the full release notes, and thank you so much for watching.